Good. Come into your space. Rock forward and backward on your feet, just tuning in. There was an article yesterday in the from a New York Times reporter. It was actually in the Post Lifestyle, or not yesterday, but I read it yesterday, about balance. And we do a lot of balancing, and it's so important for your health. So once you've moved side to side and forward and back, set the feet down. Even if you're in a chair and your feet are on the ground, feel the firm rooting of the feet into the earth. Make sure you feel that strong. I'm gonna just start my timer. Good, and from this strong position, put a little bit more weight in the heel. Your knees will have a very slight bend, so the pelvis will also tuck so the perineum can root down into the earth as well. In Qigong, we draw energy from the earth. Even if you're in a high rise, you can draw energy up from the earth through your legs, through the perineum, into the lower abdomen. We call it the lower dantian, lower energy center. So with the knees bent, pelvis tucked, rooting down, you can elongate your spine up. Feel the spine stretching, reaching, and from this reaching up though, the shoulders relax down. The neck also elongates up as the chin slightly tucks, so the top of your head can draw energy in from the air above you. Good, just feel this strong foundation. Now bring your palms up and out. We're going to inhale through the nose, if you're able. Bring the hands up and then exhale through the nose as you float the hands, palms down through center. Good. Yeah, feel free to turn your camera off. If you want it on, I can see and I can give you feedback. So through the warm-up, I won't give as much feedback, but later on I will. Now this time we're going to inhale up, but instead of bringing the palms down, we're going to bring them together. Bring them to your heart. Beautiful. Gaze at the fingertips. And just breathe gently in and out your nose. Separate the hands. Keep one hand open, the other in a loose fist to greet it. And set the intention today to think about expansion. We're going to really be moving our body in ways that we're reaching. So think of this reaching expansion of your joints and all of the tissues and muscles in your body. Release your hands to your hips and we'll do our warm-up series. Again, you don't need to be perfect, just do your best. If you're in a chair or bed, just do the upper body parts, and when there are modifications needed, I'll let you know. All right, check that alignment. Each time we move, we can slip out, so just always tune in to the knees slightly bent, the pelvis tucked, the spine elongated, shoulder reaching down, chin tucked. So inhale, turn your chin over one shoulder, looking as far behind you as you are able. Exhale, bring the chin back to center. Inhale, turn and look over the other shoulder. Again, feel that expansion, the opening in the neck. Exhale, center. This time, inhale, lift the chin up, gently let the head move back. Gaze behind you. Exhale, lower the chin, bring it back to center. Good. And now inhale, tuck the chin, gaze down at the floor or the navel. Exhale, center. We'll repeat that one more time, all four directions. Inhale, really open and expand the muscles in the neck and shoulders. Exhale, chin comes forward. Inhale, turn the chin back over the other shoulder. releasing tension on the other side of the neck. Exhale, center, and now a beautiful massage for the thyroid as we inhale and lift up, gaze back. Exhale, bring the chin back to center, and now inhale, tuck the chin, gaze down at the floor or your navel, wherever you can see, depending on how tight your neck is, and then exhale, center. Good. Now we're going to do a move called drawing the bow, just to create some opening in our chest, our back, and our hands. For this, we're going to make loose fists. The thumbs come on top of the fingers, but you can still see a little light between your fingers. That's how you'll know it's a loose fist. Check your alignment and bring your hands in front of your chest. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back, move the elbows back, open the hands as you watch one fist. Release the fingers and thumb. The fingers are together, the thumb spreads wide. Exhale, bring the palms towards each other, but don't touch. Good, yeah, just right. Curl the fingers, open and gaze at the opposite fist. Feel the opening at the chest. Release the fingers, they're together, the thumb is spread wide. Exhale, drawing the palms back to center. Good, now from here, we're going to inhale, lift up, gaze up between the hands, turn the palms forward. Curl the fingers into loose fists, draw the shoulder blades down, the elbows and the hands follow, gazing at one fist. Now open the hands again, fingers together, thumbs spread wide, reaching overhead, gaze up, palms forward, curl into loose fist, drawing down, gazing at the opposite fist. Good. Now, fingers together, thumbs spread wide, cross the hands at the wrist. We'll do arm circles. Inhale, lift up, gaze up at the sky. And then exhale, open the arms, gazing at one palm. The palms are up as the hands float down. Good, again, crossing over the wrist, the other wrist on top. Good for our brains. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. And then exhale, float the arms down, palms up, gazing at the opposite hand. Now we'll do side bends. If you're in bed, it might be a little tricky to reach the hand behind you, so place one hand on the mattress. But if you're, and on the chair as well, you might need to place one hand on the chair. If you're standing, bring one hand to your lower back, the back of the hand on the back, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. The other hand reaches up and over, touching the fingertips to the top of the spine. If this is too difficult for your shoulders, you can just reach the hand overhead. But if you're able, touch the spine. Inhale, lift up, really reach up from that strong foundation, and then exhale, bend to the side of the arm that's on back. Gaze at the floor, about 40 degrees in front of your toes. Inhale, come back to center. Continue the inhale as you switch the arms. Good, nice. Exhale, bend to the other side. Inhale, center, and release your hands. Close your eyes and go within a moment. Notice any warmth, any tingling. What you're noticing is different just from the beginning of the warm-up. Flutter your eyes open, and we're going to be doing hip circles. If you are in bed, you're going to be patting with loose fists all along the front of the groin and the hips. Just really generate that energy. If you are standing, bring your feet out 1.5 to 2 times shoulder width. If you're in your chair, also spread your feet wide. people in the chair, to do your hip circles, you're going to move the upper body over the hips like so, doing a circle like this. For those of us who are standing, we're going to actually move our hips. So toes point forward, knees slightly bent, pelvis tucked. We begin by bringing our hips to the front, the side, the back, the other side, and then forward. Again, that was one. We're going to do 4 this direction, 2, and then we'll do 4 the other. Just gentle breathing in and out your nose. 3, 4. Now let's go the other way. So you go the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Bring the feet side by side, whether you're standing or seated. We are going to use one of our moves from last week. It was move 3, limber up from top to bottom for our warm-up today. Bring your hands in loose fists by your side. You can stay facing forward. I'll turn to the side and back and forth a little bit for you to see the motion. So you face forward. Inhale, lift one arm up overhead. The palm faces the ceiling, the thumb is forward. And then bring the fingertips, and we're going to brush down on the exhale, brush down the shoulder, the ribs, the outside of the legs, folding down. Inhale, slide your hands across your toes and up the outside of the other leg. Exhale and settle. Now inhale, the other arm comes up. Turn the palm to face the ceiling. Thumb is forward. Exhale as you sweep the fingertips down the shoulder, good, down the ribs, the outside of the legs, folding down. Inhale the fingertips across the toes and up the outside of the other leg. Exhale and settle. Beautiful. With your feet still side by side, we're going to do knee circles. So you'll bend your knees. People in the chair or bed, you're going to do massaging the knees. You're going to make nice circles going around from the inside to the outside. Nice massaging movements. For those of us standing, we're going to move our knees forward, to the side, back, to the other side, and forward again for 1. Continuing in this gentle motion, breathing in and out your nose. For 2, this is so good for your ankles, your balance also. 3, again, and 4. Now let's go the other direction. Side, back, side and front for 1. Keep the torso upright. You guys look really good. 2, 3, and 1 more, and 4. Beautiful. Bring your feet hip width again. We'll do 2 natural respiration breaths to close our warm-up. Check your alignment. Really solid on the ground, knees bent, pelvis tucked, perineum rooting down, spine elongating, shoulders relaxed, chin tucked. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, float down through center, palms facing down. 1 more natural respiration breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Good. Now we're going to move on to learn the different postures. So, sorry, just need to fix this. Great. Okay, and I need to check one thing here. Okay, beautiful. Okay, great. So the first move that we're going to do is pushing palms in the 4 directions. We are going to be with our feet about hip width apart to shoulder width apart. You don't want a wide stance for this one. Make sure that you have room behind you because we are going to be doing a turn. We're going to be turning to reach the 4 directions. So to begin, we have our hands in loose fists at our side, and then we release that hold. We have our fingers together, thumbs spread wide. We inhale our hands to the chest, and then we rotate them forward, exhale, pressing up. And then we bring our hands back down through center on the inhale. Exhale, your hands come into loose fists by your side. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead, you can put those in the chat and Jeremiah will let me know. And if there are no questions, we'll move on. Okay.
There's no question at this time.
Okay, so Jeremiah, I'll let you I'll wait a minute, and if there are questions, you can just tell me. So you can feel I'm not stressed about that. Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift the palms through center. Rotate them at the chest to press up on the exhale. Inhale, draw the arms back down and loose fist by your side. For the next 2, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see the arms. We turn our body. So we're going to be turning back, and we're going to bring one hand back and the other hand forward. I want you to notice one thing. My hands are even with my chest. They're straight, but just my body turns. And then we come back to center, bringing the loose fist by our side and turning the other direction. Then we turn, pressing the hands out, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Remember, we're really working on the joints and the organs today. And then we come back to center. So the key is to remember your hands are out to the side and you're reaching the other direction because you're turning your torso. So let's do that together, and then I'll see if there are questions with that. Loose fists by your side. We turn and press the hands, gazing at the hand behind us. Inhale, draw back to center. Exhale, pressing out the other direction, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Don't let your shoulders creep up, keep them down. Inhale, back. Okay. All right, questions on that particular part of this move? Beautiful. So we've returned with our hands to loose fists by our side. And from here, we then are just going to press straight out at shoulder height. Really flex the fingers up. Keep the shoulders down. Even if you're here, that's okay, but ultimately we want that elongation because that clears carpal tunnel syndrome, really allows blood and qi to flow to help with arthritis, rheumatism. So let's do that again. Loose fist by your side. Keep the fist by your hips, not up by your chest. So keep the fist down a little bit lower. And actually you can touch your hips, so feel the hip bones. Good. Inhale. Exhale, press out. Beautiful. Inhale, draw in. Nice. Let's do all 4 directions now. Loose fist at your side. Open the fingers, inhale them to the chest. Rotate them forward and up as you exhale. Press up, gaze between your hands. Inhale, drawing the hands back down to loose fist by your side. Exhale, press and turn. Really elongate and reach. Inhale, turn the torso back to center, hands in loose fists. Exhale, press the other direction. Gaze at the hand behind you. inhale, curl, come in, and settle. Now we exhale, press out. Inhale, draw in. Good. Hopefully you can feel that openness, right, that you create from these movements, the flexibility of the spine. And this is what I meant by that expansion, right? We expand, we reach, we create space in the body. All right, so just checking on any last questions you might have for pushing the palms to 4 directions.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you do the side.
Yes.
And you look, do you actually rotate your spine a little, or do you
Yes.
just do it to the side?
So you're,
Okay.
so you're really, I'll do a few different angles. So here's one, so I'm actually turning, right? So my spine is twisting back. The hips will also move a bit. Yeah, that looks right. Now you'll come back to center, bring the body to center, and now really turn the other direction. So if your hips are forward, let's do it without the arms for a minute. Just you're turning the body, and then just put the arms up. That might give you a feel of what that's like, right? So turn the body, lift the arms. Okay, did that help?
Yes, thanks.
Great question. Good. Any others? Yeah, feel free to unmute to ask questions. Just make sure you mute when you're done with the question.
So the arms are opposite each other once your body has turned.
Yes, so literally your arms look just the same as when we're in pushing to the sides, right? The only difference is I'm moving my torso. So my arms are still just like this, but it's the torso that's moving. The beauty of this is, though, that we move our arms and spine in synchronization, which is great for our brain, right? Because we're crossing and we're doing a few things at once. And it's also great for this beautiful flow within our body. It allows our mind to relax, and it allows the energy and blood within our body to flow without barriers. So as we flow, our insides flow as well. Great question. Yeah. All right, any others? Go ahead and just feel free to unmute, and then you can ask. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one, drawing the bow. If you're in bed or in your chair, you can spread the legs wide like we do if that's comfortable, or you can just keep them shoulder width apart. We will be stepping out. We're going to start with our feet side by side, hands in loose fists by our side. The very first part of the move is we release our hands, the fingers spread wide, fingers are together, thumbs spread wide, and we make an X in front of us. Your pinkies face forward. Now, the X isn't by the head, the X is right by the heart. There we go, nice. So the X is by the heart. We put our weight into one foot, working on our balance, and we step out wide, toes pointed forward. Good, so about 1.5 to 2 times shoulder width. From here, keeping our shoulders relaxed down, one hand is going to come reaching forward, reaching to the side actually of us. The other, we make a loose fist, and we're going to draw back with that hand as we bend our knees forward. Keep your pelvis tucked. So you're going to feel an opening in the front shoulder and an opening in the back. And we're going to gaze over the front hand. Just turn the chin to look over the fingers of the front hand. Then we straighten our knees, bring our hands in front of the chest again, palms down. And press down. Flex the fingers up as you press down. Then we bring our feet back side by side, hands in loose fist. We'll do the other side and then I'll answer questions. So, hands in loose fists by your side. Bring the hands up. You can cross the other hand if you want in front. I like to put the hand that's going to reach out. I like to put that hand in front. Is it essential? No. But if you like those little details, it's fine. Put your weight in the other leg this time and step out wide. Toes point forward, pelvis is tucked. And then we separate our hands again. One hand reaches forward, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. The other hand is in a loose fist and draws back. We gaze over the fingers of the outstretched hand as we bend our knees. Then we come up, palms at the chest, face down, and press down. Good, all right. And then we step back, feet side by side. Questions on drawing a bow or draw a bow? Yeah, go ahead and unmute. Or type, you can type in the chat or unmute, either way. No, you can't? Okay. So maybe type your question in the chat. If your speaker's not working, you can click on the chat and type in your question. Jeremiah, can you read that?
I cannot see a question she's typed in.
Oh, okay.
I've asked her to unmute. That
Okay.
she answered.
Okay.
Yeah, do we sending energy when we are having our open palm? Is it very energetic?
So you're actually,
Stretching through this arm.
you're drawing, yeah, so you're drawing energy in actually. So we're drawing energy in through the gate. It's called La Gong point in the palm. And you don't have to focus on that because when you're in the proper position, the energy will flow. We will have times that we'll go in at the end to kind of consolidate all of the movement of the energy. So that's a great question. If it helps you to focus on the energy flowing in, that's fine, but you don't need to. Great question. Okay. All right, any other questions? And we'll do the bow each side again. Draw a bow again. Okay, hands in loose fist at your side, feet side by side. Put your weight into one foot and step out wide, toes point forward. The hands, oops, sorry, come back. I got distracted with the energy question. My brain was still answering it, sorry. Let's come back, feet side by side. The hands come up in front, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Put your weight into one foot and step out wide to the side, toes point forward. Bring one hand out, the other draws back as we bend the knees and gaze over the front arm. Shoulders relax down, pelvis is tucked. Straighten the knees, palms by the heart. Press the palms down, really flex the fingers. Good. The feet come side by side, hands in loose fist by your hips. Shift your weight to the other leg. Step out wide again, toes point forward. We'll pretend that I told you to put the arms up. Oh my goodness, little brain freeze. And then we open, reaching the hand out, drawing back, gazing over the outstretched hand. Straighten the knees, the palms down by your chest. Exhale, float down. And then the feet come back side by side. Okay, great. Any last questions for that? For draw a bow. Okay. So now we're going to do one of my most favorite. It is really called stretching the arms and turn the wrists. When we do this posture, you will have tight fists. We're really working the tendons and muscles and sheath around the backs of the wrists, so those will be nice and tight. To begin, your feet are hip width apart. If your balance is wobbly, you can step a little bit wider, but not too wide. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide to begin. We inhale, our fingertips come up, the backs of the hands face each other. At the chest, we rotate our palms towards each other, lifting up again, and then at the top, we turn the backs of our hands to each other again, The thumbs are forward, the palms face out. So let's do that little bit again. Inhale, the backs of the hands by each other. Turn so the palms face each other. Turn the thumbs forward so the backs are by each other again, thumbs face forward. Now make that tight fist. Draw your fingers, imagine you're drawing them to your forearm as you gaze at one arm, the one fist coming down. Good, now let's backs of the hands face each other, the palms face each other. Turn the thumbs forward so the backs face each other again. Make nice tight fist. Bend the wrist. Try and imagine bringing the fingers to the inside of your forearm as you draw down. All right, that's the first part of the stretching arms and turning the wrists. So questions about that first way to do it? Okay, good, wonderful. Now we do a reverse where our fingers are together, thumbs spread wide. We inhale, lift the palms up overhead, gaze at one hand, and then gaze up between the hands. Make tight fists. Curl the wrists down like you're punching. I don't know if any of you make bread. You know when you punch down the dough? Imagine you're punching down, and then draw the wrists, the thumbs come up and bring the wrists back to your side. That was beautiful. For those of you I could see, excellent. Release the fingers, thumbs spread wide. Gaze at the other hand as you inhale up, gazing up. Tight fist, curl the wrists down, bringing them down, punching down, and then bring them to your side. Beautiful. All right, let's see if there's any questions on that part, and then we'll put the two parts together. This one, hopefully you'll feel that opening. It's great for frozen shoulder, other shoulder, preventing shoulder pain. Incredible for all of the tendons in the arms. So great for rheumatism, arthritis. So, any questions? Beautiful, here we go. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Inhale, fingertips up, the backs of the hands face each other. Then turn the palms to face each other. And then the thumbs come forward again, backs of the hands face each other. Tight fists as you draw the hands down, gazing at one hand. And again, inhale up. Good, really spread those fingers wide. Here, the backs of the hands face each other, thumbs. Now grab in and gaze at the other fist as you lower down. Now bring your loosed fist by your side and we'll reverse. Open the fingers, thumbs spread wide as we lift up, gaze up, and then press down. Make sure you're breathing through your nose. Next time we do this, we'll synchronize breath with movement. Open the hands, spread the thumbs, inhale, gazing up, and then exhale, curl these nice tight fists, and then bring them to your side. Well done. All right, let's see if there were any questions since we added both segments together. Wonderful. So the next one we're going to do is thrust fist while sitting astride. In bed or your chair, if you can spread your legs wide, that just helps a release in the lymphatic system, creates a little less tension in the groin and strengthens muscles if you're able. If you can't, just sit how you can comfortably. For those of us who are standing, bring our hands into loose fists to start by the side. Shift your weight into one foot and step out wide, 2 times shoulder width. Your toes point forward, and I want to help you be mindful. Oftentimes, this is known also in yoga as horse riding stance. We're sitting astride a horse. But in yoga, oftentimes people turn the toes out and you come really low. That's not our goal. our goal is just to pump the energy, clear the stagnation, strengthen the muscles around the hips. So when you bend, you won't come as low because you want that pelvis tucked. You want that strengthening. And you can feel the difference in the muscles when the toes are forward and you're bending. So remember, spine straight, chest broad, pelvis tucked. All right? So that will help you. So you're in this nice wide stance, hands in loose fist at your side. We're going to stay bent the whole time, so if you need to come up and take a break, don't worry, that's totally fine. So we come with one hand, we tighten the fist as we punch forward and turn the thumb down. Open the hand, fingers together, thumbs spread wide, turn the palm up and draw back into the loose fist by your hip. All right? Now we then punch out with the other hand, tighten the fist, then release the fist, turn the palm up, fingers together, thumbs spread wide, and draw in. We'll do one time synchronizing breath with movement here, and then I'll check for questions. Inhale. Exhale, punch forward. Open the hand. Inhale, draw back in. Keep that chest broad and open. Exhale, punch forward with the other hand. Open the fingers, spread the thumb, and come back. And release. All right, it looks like, Jeremiah, I saw something come in on the chat. So maybe we can check what's in the chat, and then if you have a question, feel free to let me know.
Hey, Julie, it was actually a question regarding the YouTube link, and
Oh, great.
If you want the YouTube link, you will need to email me at jmora@aarp.org, and then we'll have that in the chat as well.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, so any questions about sitting astride, punching fists, and sitting astride? This is a beautiful one, not just for the muscles and fascia. It's really great to come into your voice. If you feel that you have been kind of shut down, you haven't been expressing your truth, this just really helps you step into your power. It's such a beautiful move. It's very simple, so I'm not surprised there's not a lot of questions. Okay, good. So now we're on move 12. And this is the last one for the day, and then we'll run through all of them, and we'll probably have time to do the first 6 and the second 6. So if you haven't learned the first 6 yet, you'll just do your best, don't worry. This is called relaxing the arms and turning the trunk. Your hands are in that very important, powerful position. This really helps rheumatism and arthritis. It also is great for your heart, which is good for mental clarity. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide. The feet are going to be stable under us. There'll be a little rotation to the hips, but we're going to be turning and hitting on one shoulder and then turn back and hit on the other shoulder. Meantime, in the back, the hand that's on the back is hitting. If you have your spine, a nice straight line of your spine, you're wanting ideally to hit on the opposite side of the spine. So you hit like so. All right, so we're going to be, it's not hitting, it's really patting on the shoulder and letting the back of the hand pat on the back. So you use the momentum. That's why it's called relaxing the arms. We just let gravity and chi take over. Good. Yeah, nice and relaxed. Good. Keep the shoulders relaxed down. The knees are gentle. Beautiful. Okay. Close your eyes and go within now that we've done the 6 movements, and then I'll check for questions. But I want you to really notice, especially when we do patting, our chi begins to vibrate and tingle and move. That tingling is the chi moving within your body. So just go within a moment. See what you notice. Good. Flutter your eyes open. And any questions about relaxing the arms and turning the trunk? Okay, great. Let's go ahead. We'll go through those 6 moves again. And then if we have time, we'll go through the first 6, possibly the first 12, just to get those back into your brain. Again, if you haven't seen 1 through 6, I will invite you to do the modifications, but we'll get there we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So let's go ahead and begin. Feet shoulder width apart, pushing the palms in the 4 directions. Inhale, the hands come through center. At the chest, exhale, press up, gaze up. Inhale, bring the hands back down. Loose fists by your side. Inhale, press the hands out as you turn. Exhale, turn back to center, hands in loose fists. Exhale, press out the other way. Inhale, return. Exhale, press the hands to the side by the shoulders. Beautiful. Exhale, return. Drawing a bow, feet come side by side. We cross at the wrists in front of the heart. Put your weight into one foot and step out, toes point forward. Inhale. Exhale, draw back with one hand, reach the other forward, and gaze over the forward hand. Inhale, bring the hands in front of your heart, palms down, straighten the knees as you exhale, press down. Inhale, bring the feet side by side, loose fists by your hips. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide, a nice X in front of your heart. Shift your weight to the opposite foot as you step out wide. Inhale. Exhale, press one arm forward, draw the other back. Inhale, straighten the knees, bring the hands by the heart. Exhale, pressing down. Good. And bring the feet back into hip to shoulder width apart, stretching the arms and turning the wrists. Inhale, bring the hands up through center, turning the hands so the thumbs are forward, backs of the hands face each other. Exhale, tight fists as you draw down, gazing at one fist. Inhale, up through center again. Beautiful. You guys have the motion. So good for your brain. Curl the fists and exhale, drawing down the other side. Now, open the fingers and thumbs. Inhale, up this time, gazing up. And then exhale, punching down. Hands come into fists by your side. Gaze at the other hand as you inhale, up, lift up. Curl the fist, exhale, pushing down. The hands come by your sides. Beautiful. Okay, stretching the arms forward and back. I realized I didn't teach that one, so let me go back and revisit that because that is our move 10. So for this, and it's okay to go ahead and add this in here, we're going to be starting with the hands in loose fists by your side. You're going to keep the torso facing forward. Don't move the body at all. We're going to bring one hand up in front. The other hand will come behind us in a loose fist, in a tight fist curling up. And then notice I turn my head to look at the back fist. So I'll give you a few different angles to see this. There's a straight line between the two arms. All right, so that's what that looks like. Then you bring the hands back into loose fists. And you can face forward. I'm just turning for the angles. And then you separate, really reach, separate the hands again. Keep the hips and the body forward as you turn your head. Curl back to center. So let's go ahead and add that to our flow now. Inhale. Exhale, press one hand up, curl the other hand back. It's a fist with the fingers facing up. And then we uncurl the hips to center. Exhale, press the opposite hand up, curling the hand that was forward back. Look as far back as you can and come to center. Good, I'll check for questions after we finish the flow. Now we're going to step wide to do our thrusting the fist while sitting astride. Tight, loose fist by your hips, but as we bend, inhale, exhale, tighten the fist coming forward. Open the hands, turn the palm up and draw in. Exhale, punch forward with the other fist, nice and tight there. Release the hand, fingers together, thumbs spread wide, and come back to center. Good. Step the feet side, about hip to shoulder width apart, and we're going to relax the arms and turn the trunk. Patting the shoulder and patting across the spine on the back. I'll turn so you can see the back. And one more. Release. Good. All right, sorry for missing number 10. My brain, it's so interesting focusing on the questions, how I might skip, so I'm happy I caught it. Any questions about that 10, where we're reaching and just turning with the head, reaching the arms and turning the head? Any questions about that one?
I don't see questions particularly on that one, Julie.
Okay.
There was a comment that came in from Monica on the one comment is she likes to take a drink after each one as it helps her body to be hydrated and relaxed.
Okay, so after each instruction, okay, so that's totally great. I'll make sure and give time. When we go through the flow, we won't have time for drinking between the flows because that intake of water actually can unsettle because it's coming into the stomach and we're doing a lot of twisting. So just be mindful, tiny sips. You don't want to be gulping as we're doing the instructional things. So I'll make sure and add that in next time to after each instructional point. But as we do the movement, the flow, it's ideal to not drink. You don't want to bring too much of that in. If you need to, of course, do so, but we won't stop the flow. We'll just stop on instruction. Okay, great. All right, any other questions? All right, we don't have time to do 1 through 6 today. I'm just going to go ahead and take you 7 through 12 one more time, just so we get that in our brains, because 1 through 6 are just a little bit longer than the time allotted if I'm going to save time for questions. So let's go ahead and we'll practice that full flow one more time. Just come into your strong position, feet firm on the earth, knees slightly bent, pelvis tucked, spine elongates up, shoulders rest down, chin slightly tucked. Good. Pushing palms in the 4 directions. Hands in loose fist at your side. Release the hands, inhale to the chest, rotate forward and up on your exhale. Gaze up. Inhale, coming back down. Loose fists. Exhale, turn and press out, gazing at the hand behind you. Inhale, draw back in. Exhale, turn and press, gazing back over the other side. Inhale, center. Good. Exhale, press the hands out. Beautiful. Nice strength, you guys. Nice fluidity. Inhale, center. Draw a bow. Step out wide. Feet, toes point forward. Crossing the hands. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Reach one hand forward, draw the other back. Straighten the knees on the inhale. Exhale, press down. Inhale, feet side by side. Exhale, crossing the hands. Inhale, exhale, step wide. Inhale, exhale, reach one hand forward, the other back. Gaze over the forward hand. Inhale, straighten the knees, hands, palms down at your chest. Exhale, pressing down. Really feel that stretch. And bring the feet back side by side on the inhale. Stretching the arms and turning the wrists. Inhale, bring the fingertips up, rotating the hands forward so the backs of the hands face each other above. Tight fist as you exhale, curl down, pressing down. Inhale, reach up again, rotating, beautiful. Bring the backs of the hands facing each other, thumbs forward, tight fist. Exhale, watch the other arm float down. And now we'll reverse. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide, open hand as we inhale, up, gaze up. Exhale, curl down through center, really punching down, fist by your side. Gaze at the other palm, inhale, up, lift up. Nice tight fist as you press down and bring your hands by your side. Good. Stretching the arms forward and back. Inhale. Exhale, reach one arm forward, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. As you bring the other hand back, just turn your head. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, press the arms in the opposite direction. Inhale, center, hands in loose fist by your side, and settle. Thrusting the fist while sitting astride, step out wide. Bend the knees, pelvis is tucked forward. Inhale, exhale, press. Open the hands to the palm facing up as you draw back in on the inhale. Exhale, punch forward, thrust the other fist forward. Open the hand and inhale, drawing in. Bring the feet back to hip width apart, and we're going to relax the arms and turn the trunk. So just going side to side. Again, if you're in a chair or bed, you'll just move your arms as best you can. We'll do a few more. And now we stand with our feet hip width apart, arms down by our sides, relaxed, gazing in the distance. Soften your gaze, close your eyes partially. You want them open. And very important, smile. Really elevate your energy. And relax. Well done. Thank you for joining me today.